next command. It's user add. User add. It's a low-level utility that is used for adding or creating user accounts in Linux and other Unix-like operating systems. So if I do, let's do this quick, create a new user or update default new user information. So you use the user add command to either create a new user or update default new user information. Okay, so simplest way you can do this, new user 3. There you go. If I want to do it again, already exists. So let's do a little bit more user add with more options. So let's do this. Okay. And then user 4. Let's try and see if we can update new user 3 with this information. Okay. So option C adds extra information to this user. And option capital U creates a group with the same name as this user. Okay. I cannot update it like that. Let's create a new user for, okay. Right. Okay, so we added this new user 4 user, and I explained that this C option adds this extra information to describe this new user, and this capital U is used to create a group or add a group with the same name as the new user 4. Okay. Next command is user delete. So if we do user del, user delete. Okay. A few options. And let's do what is delete a user account and related files. User delete new user 4. Let's see. There we go. So if we try and create it again, already exists. User delete new user 4. If we create it now, so okay. So one example with an option, if we do this with the R option, what that would do is it would remove the user as well as the user's home directory and mail spool. Okay. In this case, we have not created a home directory yet for this new user, or at the very least we have not created any files, any data in the home directory. But as far as I understand, when you create a user, it doesn't automatically create a home directory for the user. I'll have to check that, but yes. So in this case, as you can see, spool and home directory, if those existed under this user, it would have deleted those as well. Okay, next command. Next command is 3 different commands. It's groups, group add, and group delete. So groups is to show the groups a user belongs to on Linux. Group add creates a new group account using the values specified on the command line plus the default values from the system, and group delete used to delete an existing group. So let's see, groups, clear groups, root. So let's add a group, and group add, what is, create a new group, okay, group add, and there you've got the options, new Bugs Bunny group, okay, groups. Let's first see what's going on here. So groups, okay, let's see if we can add that group again. Already exists, so let's just go back to that one, and groups, new user 4. Okay, it created a group with the same name as the new user 4, and let's see, new Bugs Bunny group. Okay, so it's because it's, you need to when you do this, you need to put in the username, the user, not the group. Okay, I will have to check why it's not showing the groups. I'm sure I'm missing something, but yes, that's how you can add groups, by group add command. And let's just check new group and check it now. Still not. Still not. This is something I will need to check out. Okay, so, and group delete. Okay, group delete. Let's see, new group. Let's delete it, and the Bugs Bunny group. If I try and delete this group again, it won't delete. It does not exist. So group delete Bugs Bunny group. What did I write earlier? New Bugs Bunny group. Okay. Delete new Bugs Bunny group. There, the group is deleted. And of course, you've got the options. Okay, next command. It's du, df and free. Du it's used to check the information of disk usage of files and directories on a machine. Okay, it doesn't give a lot of information here. There we go. Let's just come out of this. That's a bit hectic. Let's go and touch test. Okay. $16. And because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just see. Okay. Let's go on to the next one, which is df. Clear df. So the df command is a disk file system. It is used to get full summary of available and used disk space usage of file system. Okay. As you can see, this drive or disk 100% is used. Those only 37%. So could be useful information. And the next command is free. It's to do with the memory. So let's just go back to du and see the options. As you can see, quite a few options. Summarize disk usage of the set of files. And df. Also a number of options that you can use, which I can cover in a more advanced tutorial. Okay, so free. There we go. Free, which I normally like to use as free H. You also have the one in M. But the H is human readable output. You also have wide. Okay. So this is very useful. It usually displays the total amount of RAM, system memory, being used and free. So for this Kali Linux virtual machine, I allocated 1 gigabyte of memory. So that's why you see total 986, used 295, free. So it's in cache. It's got quite a lot. So just a neat trick that I can show you quick is, if you want to, on your own machine where it's safe, so careful not to do this on your employer's servers. Okay, so echo 3. Okay, as you can see, the buffer cache, or the cache has reduced, and I've got a little bit more free memory now. Still the same used. So I released just over 200 megabytes of memory back for use, free to use. Okay, so that's the free command. Alright, Right, next command. Watch. So execute a program periodically showing output full screen. So watch is a command that you use to run the specified command repeatedly. It defaults every 2 seconds and displays the results on standard output, so you can watch it change over time. Repeatedly runs a given command line and shows you the output. Okay, so let's see, which one can we use? Watch free. Okay. So let's open another terminal here. And free or Alice sudo apt get update. So let's see if it takes. There you go. So the watch command is used to, every 2 seconds it reports back to you with the latest changes to whatever command you're running under the watch command. Okay, there you go. Can also do, let's see, watch du, and then let's go back here. CD Dutch test. Okay, let's create another file, Dutch, another file, .text. Okay, now up here, this 16 should change. I think, let's check. Has it changed? It's not changing. Okay, let's nano that file and add something to it. Hopefully that works. There you go. It's changed. Okay. So now you get a basic idea of how the watch command works. Alright, next command. Before we go on to the next command, also a useful one is this one. Watch who. The who, what it does is it lets watch monitor whoever is logged, whatever user is logged onto the system at the moment. So it watches the activity from those users. So at the moment it's just the root user. Can cover the watch command in more detail in an advanced course. Next commands, head or tail. So what is head? Okay. Head prints the first 10 lines of a file to standard output. So if we take this long text file So hit long text file.txt. It will print out the first 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you guessed right, tail will print out the last 10 lines of that file. So just to describe the head and tail commands quickly again. Head to display the beginning of a text file or piped data, first 10 lines. Tail for outputting the last part, 10 lines of files given to it via standard output. Also be used to follow a file in real time and watch as new lines are written to it. Okay. So next commands, find and locate. Next commands, find or locate. Okay. So find command for recursively filtering objects in a file system to search for a file or directory on your file system. Locate command works better and faster than find because it looks through the mlocate database. That's the database that I referred to in the beginning of the course, the mlocate database. Remember when I installed Pacman and which Pacman? Yeah, it's probably because it's not updated in the mlocate database yet, and you can manually update that, the database. Yeah. Okay, so let me show an example quickly. Yeah, it's best to keep that mlocate database updated. Just Google how to do that. So that's easier, makes it easier for you whenever you're trying to find a file via the command line. I'm going to update it now. I've got the command here, so it's sudo update db. Sudo update db. Okay, why is that not working? I just want to check the database stats. Nope. Wow. Okay, so it looks like the locate command is not installed. Hopefully this works. I'll get back to that just now. So let's use the find command. So the find command lists all files in current directory or the the find command lists all the files in the current directory, including the subdirectories and or the folders and their subfolders. Okay, so if I do this, find will go and list all the files in all the subdirectories or subfolders under all these folders. Okay. So pretty much just the dumps of everything, all the files that exist in that directory. So in this sense, the present working directory is that one. Okay. So let's do the finds quickly. I just want to check. Has it installed locate? Yes. Okay, so we just installed locate. It wasn't there. There we go. And what is locate? List files in a database that match a pattern. So locate looks through the mlocate database. I'm not too sure why, but feel free to Google this for yourselves. It's not part of the course covering the mlocate database, but locate searches through the mlocate database. That's why it's much faster than find. Find does not search through the mlocate database. Locate does. Okay, so let's quickly check, see if we can find this file. So we're going to be looking for this executable. Okay, so locate. There we go. So the I is to ignore case sensitivity. Okay. So whether it's uppercase or lowercase doesn't matter because of the I. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure, and obviously you know the stars means everything, it includes everything in front of the E. If there was something, maybe the file was named F or G or A. So, and same here, maybe there was something here. Let's see this, and another file. Weird, but whatever, you get the idea. So it pretty much makes sure that it finds this string from E to T wherever it is, on its own or attached to another string, but that's what this does. If you don't want that, you would do this. Okay, so because we know this file exists like that, we only need to do that. So that didn't work, probably because I have not updated the database yet. Interesting. Seems like this Kali Linux Lite distribution that I'm using doesn't have the mlocate database installed. So let's see if this fixes it. Okay. Okay. That command that didn't work earlier is now working because mlocate is installed. So it should find that file now, and it did. There we go. Let's just do this quick. So we can find a file like that, or we can find a file like that. Okay, now let me demonstrate. So I'm going to cut off this part here. I'm going to add the star, and I'm going to cut off this start and add the star. So it's going to look for this string throughout the mlocate database. There we go. And if I did it like this, it won't find it, or it shouldn't find it. Well, it actually does. Interesting. Interesting, but obviously, let me just show you that. There you go. So it's obviously almost like it's still using a star in front. Let's just double check that. Okay, so let's check the options. And we were using, okay, so I is ignore case, and locate is used to search for entries in an mlocate database, which is the database that I just installed, as you guys saw. And then I updated that database, as you saw as well, which is not something that I actually planned to cover in this course, but anyway, bonus for you. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the details of the stars, how they affect the search or not, but let's use another example. Let's use this one. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not in that directory, that folder at the moment. Let's go to home, cd home. Let's go to that folder, okay? And then locate, ignore case, and I'm not going to use the stars. I'm not sure what the name was. I knew it started with something executable or maybe non-something. Not sure if it was a text file or not. Oh, there you go. That's the file. Let's see how the stars affect the search. In this case, not much, but yeah. So this tells me that that file is located in the folder or subdirectory touch test. So let me go there. What did I do wrong? I'm not in touch test. I'm not in the root directory, so I need to do this. Root directory, and from the root directory it's, yes, touch test. Okay, there's the file. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. So that was locate. We can quickly cover the find command. So let's go back again, find dot by name, and then because the name is a string, we use the quotes, and then let's just check here, executable. Okay, let's just check. Okay, executable. Now, because it's a string, I use the quotes, and this indicates the stars indicate that anything in front of the E can be included as part of the search results, and also everything after this E here. Because I'm not sure what the file name A is, but I know executable is in the file name. Okay. This indicates that it must search for the file by the file name. Okay. And if I remember correctly, the dot is to search everything, the entire file system. Alright, so lucky for us, there we go. But I had to go through the entire file system to find those two files. And those were the two files I was looking for. Okay, so this doesn't go through the mlocate database, it actually goes through the entire current live file system database. So if we want to find those files much quicker, because if your file system, your Linux installation is very large, it could take a while and take up system resources, memory. This is much better. And there's our two files in the beginning. Much quicker, much less system resources. Okay, cool. Next commands. Okay, also before I forget, .txt. If I only want to find files with extension txt, there we go. And as you saw, that took quite a bit of, like 2-3 seconds. So if I do it this way, it should be much quicker. There you go. Okay. Maybe that's why. Not too sure why it's only returning. Okay, I see. Find command, as we know, goes through the entire file system, whereas the locate command only goes through the mlocate database. And the mlocate database only has references to the actual locations of these two files, whereas it seems that these two files are referred to from other places as well. As you can see, those locations, not just this location, but they actually were created in this location only, and for some reason they are referenced from those locations as well. But so the locate command going through the mlocate database only references the actual original location locations where these files were created and where they currently exist. Okay, cool. So let's see. WC word count prints a count of new lines, words, and bytes for each input file. Used to find out number of new line count, word count, byte, and characters count in a file specified by file arguments. So let's see quick. So what is WC? Print new line, word, and byte counts for each file. New line count, word count, and byte count for each file. So cat, let's check this. Cat that only has one file, one line. So if we do WC, okay, so let's see, what is that saying? It says new line count, word count, byte count. So it's actually 4, isn't it? So new line, word, byte, characters. New line, word, byte. Let me just double check that. Okay, so it's only the new line, words, and bytes. So one new line, as you can see, one line. Words, one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I would assume, and bytes 69. So let's go into that file quick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Yes, okay, 69. Cool. So I'm sure that was pretty clear. Let's find a file. This one. Let's just take that one quick and nano it so that we can flip, so that we can okay, cool. There we go. So let's do this in another one. There we go. So okay, so it's got 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 words. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or not words, you know what I mean. And 44 bytes. So if you count this as I did with the previous file, you'll get 44. Okay. So that's a useful command to have. Next up is cal and ncal. Utility for displaying a calendar in the terminal. Print a single month, many months, or an entire year. It supports starting the week on a Monday or a Sunday, showing Julian dates and showing calendars for arbitrary dates passed as arguments. I'm not going to go into all the options, but I'll show you just the two commands. So cal and ncal. What is cal? Displays calendar and the date of Easter. What is ncal? Displays calendar and date of Easter. Pretty much the same in terms of those. So let's see, help. And those. Okay. Quite a bit of options, but you can check that out yourself, and I can cover that in a more advanced lesson. So cal, there you go, ncal, there you go. Also, ncal has more options. Okay, next up is date. Displays the date in the time zone on which Unix Linux operating system is configured. So in my case it would be not quite the correct time, but the date is fine. The date is correct. Date options. A lot of date options. Okay. Time. Let's see if time has options. What we can do is date equals five, 3, 2019. As you can see, I've changed the date. So I think this is using American format because it's not Friday, it's actually Tuesday. So I've just changed it around. So date. Okay. One quick example of how to change or edit the date. Can also do it this way. Okay. And the time. Okay, that disappeared. And the time, which is probably seconds are changing. There we go. Let's do this quick. Watch date. Yeah, it's just changing every 2 seconds. So there you go. That's another useful watch command. What you can also do with the date command is watch the last modification, check the last modification time of a file. So we modified this file recently, so we can do date, option R, another file.txt. There we go. This was modified the last time, 8 minutes ago. Okay, so the date R option, there we go, display the last modification time of a file. So okay, all the other options can be covered later in a more advanced course, but yes, there you go. You can check the last modification. You can also check it like this. Let's do it like this. Okay. There you go. Just gives you some extra information. Ownership and access access rights of the file for that user, and the last modification date, time and date. Okay, cool. Next, apt-get.